Hello, everyone. Thank you again for joining us. Hello, everyone. Forgot to mute that. Thank you for joining us once again for episode 5 of Grimgarian. If you recall, last week, our party had the opportunity to spar against the Royal Knights, Reefus versus Alev, where Alev won. But not without Reefus leaving a mark, albeit involuntarily. Maltor versus Rickon, where Rickon saw potential in the young tiefling, offering to train them in Cadelade fencing. Aeseora versus Artemis, ending in a rather easy and sound victory for Aeseora. And finally, Sylvyre versus Alaron, who fought with musical performances rather than with fists. It was fast, thrilling, and ended with Sylvyre just eking out of the victory. Probably checked under that ass to find it. Maltor felt their rock break during Aeseora's fight, revealing a coin that seemed to defy reality in terms of looks. But fear not, this magical surprise was joined by Reefus breaking an entity stone, their otherworldly being flashing into Aeseora and Maltor's vision for a brief moment. Yay!
Hooray!
Hurrah! Ooh, stream heller.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose the stream?
No.
Maybe.
I thought my internet was bad. Anyway.
Well,
If any of you had like secret complaints about the stream, chat. Now's the time.
Yeah. Because the OBS is saying it is on red for connection, which is probably not good.
Red's usually bad.
Angry.
Alright.
Okay, well, I mean, looks like it's going okay, question mark.
Smile and nod, boys.
Smile and wave. Anyways, so once again, you were in the Cadelade. You just finished your sparring sessions. The stone just broke, or the entity stone just broke, rather. Maltor just quickly began sparring once again with Rickon in an effort to learn Cadelade fencing. The day is yours.
I guess Reefus is still just sort of sitting there with the rock in his hands, looking at it like, I need something like, just sort of like, I'm really sorry. It felt magical, so
It is okay. It's better to find out, what you have rather than not know. By the way, and you are muted. I am unsure if that's purposeful.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
Getting pencils. We're fine.
Okay, just checking.
did the rock like break cleanly in two, or is it just like a big crack down the middle?
Big old crack down the middle. It is cleaved in twain, but not but not nicely. That's your wordle of the day, definitely. Twain.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
I don't know if that's even long enough. Whatever. Anywho's. I don't play Wordle. Shut up.
It's a
Same.
fun flex for the brain.
Alrighty. And as a friendly reminder again, any spells that you did use, you do not have back any features.
And that's a threat.
Is it a threat?
When a DM says it, absolutely.
No, I'm also like very used to having people not remember that at the end of every session you don't get a long rest.
Okay, so
It happened more than once.
I might be guilty of that.
Eh.
Let's see. Okay, so Maltor is currently sparring.
Yep.
What were Aeseora, Sylvyre, what were you guys doing?
Putting you in stone.
Sylvyre was being Sylvyre.
Regaling in victory. Just
Because you had asked the question and gotten the response. And aside from that, we hadn't really touched on what Sylvyre was doing quite yet. as a
I mean,
reminder.
immediately it's time to go to the library or somewhere there where there are monster logicas or monster compendiums.
Monster compendiums.
So,
Yeah.
Reefus isn't paying attention, so never mind. He's still looking at this rock.
He could be dragged along if need be.
Yeah, I didn't get to go to the library last time, so that might be good.
Yeah, who knows? There may be a book about your rock problem thing. Or not,
Problem.
but it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Come now,
Yes.
away we go.
Okay, so you're just heading off to the good old.
Are we leaving Maltor?
Maltor's practicing.
Yeah, Maltor's practicing.
Maltor left me.
Find us at the library when you're done. Goodbye.
All right.
And with that, just a quick like smack in the legs. Concentrate.
Well, we split the party. Maltor's dead.
Maltor's dying.
We sacrifice Maltor for knowledge.
Rip.
Well, I'm not gonna help you over there, so.
Books are for nerds later.
Look, maybe there's a book to steal. I don't know.
You chose smarts. I chose looks. Obviously.
I trained at the library.
I was practicing.
Alright. Aeseora, what are you doing? Internally panicking. Got it.
Yeah. I have. Look, she has a lot to think about.
As a reminder, you did get the potion from...
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. I'm gonna worry about that later. Now, I mean, I'm gonna agree with Sylvyre's bullshit and see if we can find a book on this rock problem.
Sylvyre's facts and logic.
Yeah, I also call my own facts and logics bullshit. This is just how we talk.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose you can roll an investigation check in your attempt to find info on Book.
Because
Book
I'm
and
trying to find.
Rook.
Well, I'm ignoring Rook
Investigation
problem and trying to find dragon locations.
Fair.
At level 3.
Yeah.
Woo!
Look, we find an elderly one. Just kind of
19.
ask it.
Okay. And for clarification, Aeseora, you are looking for Rook? For the
Yeah.
rock? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So information on the Entity Stone is, rather available. And you can find out that there are various types of Entity Stones. There's some for, like, contract deals, cough, cough, patronly stuff. There's some to find out if you are, like, forcefully inhabited by something. So, like, in the cases of possession. Or like you're being haunted by something, right? Another one would be like if you were to essentially have like multiple personalities in inhabiting a single body. So like moments of like blacking out and then finding yourself somewhere else completely. You could use an entity stone to figure out like if that had been happening. Due to diagrams and such, you can find out that the one that Reefus has broken is primarily obviously used for finding out what sort of patron warlocks have. And there's a quick guide, just kind of like, these are what the symbols mean.
Having your life taken over by a demon for dummies.
Book somewhere.
Just
Yeah,
a
Encyclopedia of Hell.
like a world lore question.
Yeah.
Like how common are warlocks? Like, is that just like a thing? Like you're as good with a bow as you, and this guy just happens to have a deal with some endless being, or is it like oh, that's bad?
So on like a scale of 1 to 10, where a fighter would be like an 8 in terms of like commonness or commonality, a warlock would be like 4.5, 5-ish. It's not necessarily like uncommon, but it's more uncommon to have been forced upon a deal, or to become a warlock and not know that you have become a warlock.
Okay. And Reefus is a little backwoods. He doesn't know much about warlocks in general. Like, he knows what they are, but it's never affected him, so he's never had to think about it.
Yeah, so it's like, given Reefus's backstory, really the only type of warlock you would probably hear of is Deep One. Or, right? That's what it's called? Or is it Fathomless?
Fathomless, yeah, I think you're thinking of Great Old One.
Yeah, sorry.
You good.
So the only one you would really probably have encountered is Fathomless.
Okay.
Same goes for Maltor.
Oh.
Because, you know. Or head.
We're from a boat.
Boats! Okay. Sylvyre, if you would roll an investigation check for me in regards to your search.
Already did 18.
18. Okay. So, you would be able to find in a little more like secluded section. It's like 3 books long kind of a section, right? It's a like patterns of dragons, and like a little dragon encyclopedia of like hard and fast. Oh boy, you have a blue dragon, run. And like the types of generalized hordes or things that the various dragons appreciate.
Mhm.
And you'd be able to find out that there's 3 primary types of dragons, being chromatic, metallic, and gemstone.
Well, which ones are the nicest and the weakest?
So in terms of niceness, you could argue both metallic and gem. In terms of weakest, there's not really a correct option there, because they are dragons, and as they get older, they get stronger. And so the book directly states, or the books rather, directly state that a dragon right before it dies is at its strongest.
Okay, so no sneaking a scale off the elderly. Are there known hatching sites?
No, because
Then again,
each dragon obviously has its own type of terrain and stuff that it prefers, and a like nest would be about as hard to find, if not harder to find, than a horde.
do dragons even have scales right out the egg? He's going to go into a little wiki hole with this and just start looking at the
Yes,
the life cycle
they do.
like. Okay, good.
But like a wormling, yeah, or hatchling, I don't remember which is the proper term for, is still like a force to be reckoned with. To in the words of the book, to underestimate a dragon that is freshly hatched is to invite death readily.
I like that phrase. How about ones that are more primed to hordes that are of the currency value? Or gem. Yeah.
Well, right off the bat, red dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Their counterpart, I believe it's gold.
But if it's a chromatic, a plain color one, it's most likely going to eat me, though, right?
Yes. Chromatic ones are known for being evil.
Okay. So make a deal with a gold dragon. Okay, sounds easy enough, yeah.
Yes, I was correct.
Like a fun patron.
I was correct. Gold is the opposite of red. Which is a very weird
That's a weird
statement
sentence.
to say.
Yeah.
What are the color theorists? We have a high color theorist audience. They're all very upset.
Everyone.
So where would the golds dwell? What would be most common then?
Goodness.
If that is a plausible thing, or it's just there where they are, maybe mountaintops most likely or something. Do they burrow?
Get back to that. Reefus,
Reasonable.
what are you doing in addition?
So Sylvyre, have you shared this info? Like, do we know what you're looking for and we're helping, or are you just like, hey, I want to go study some stuff? And that's it.
I mean, he's not asking for help, but he'll definitely be going, I'm off to study dragons because I need their skills. Ta-ta!
Over here when they answered his question. Like that wasn't quiet, I think. Right?
So the asking of the question was quiet because it was written out and handed to Aileron. However, the answering of it was not.
Okay.
I thought Aileron said the question out loud.
No. Aileron said the answer out loud. Sylvyre did not say the question out loud.
I haven't watched Jeopardy in a while. So I guess I'll look
planes, by the way, for gold dragons.
Wait, which planes?
Planes.
The planes.
Like in Magic?
Oh, crap. Yeah. What
Rainfall...
about the material plane? I might need that knowledge.
No, like open fields of grass.
Oh, okay.
Like in
I was thinking
Magic.
Like in Magic.
Well, I was
the rains in Spain fall.
I was thinking of the plane of elemental gold, and I was worried.
They're everywhere.
There.
So Reefus is going to look to see if there's any like history or precedence of, because again, this is all very much out of his scope, so he's kind of sticking with what he knows and how he works. Is there any history or precedence for doing like a favor for a dragon in exchange for a scale, like giving it up willingly for a task or?
Yeah, there's tons of stories of like some dragons being like, "Hey, I'll pay you," or literally being like, "If you can strike a deal or offer something to trade of like equal value." Some dragons, like actual material gold worth of like value. Some people are like, information is valuable. Others are like, let me just talk to you for like a week.
I like those last options. They're cheap.
The how many Reefus again doesn't know history, but he knows fairy tales. Got a bunch of those and has told and made up a bunch to his siblings. So is there, when we're talking about making a deal with a dragon, like there's all sorts of supernatural deals. There's like monkey paw, where like just put the paw back down. There's like, you get a better reward. It's fair, no matter what. It's fair. Like you get a better reward for the more you sacrifice. There's the long con, my personal favorite, which is like everything's great, and then 40 years later you're dead.
Everything's great until it's not.
Until it's not. The ones you can't prove are part of the deal. So is it like those things where, like a grim fairy tale, where there's always like a lesson, don't talk to strangers, as the song says, but
so from the fairy tales that you would know, they wouldn't necessarily like talk about making deals with dragons, because a lot of the most common ones are, "Have at thee, dragon, I will slay thee for that princess's hand." But there's like the more like a handful of like the more wholesome ones that it's like, and then the princess and the dragon fell in love, and the dragon was just looking, to be understood, and everything then got better.
Okay. So, but nothing that really like could apply to a real life situation, or that he can make that kind of connection with.
Probably not.
Last and most important question: is there like a direct copy of Shrek in this world?
There is not.
So we can make it and make bank.
I typed it.
I did too. Reefus has been reading fairy tales.
I also would. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say afterwards, I want to use my feature of my background, the supply chain, and immediately leave the library and go figure out what the going market rate for gold dragon scales are, or even any dragon scales. What's the cheapest dragon scale on the market?
Okay.
Market being that's going to take a.
Yeah. Before that.
Yeah. Before that.
One of you, please roll a d6 to find out how long it took you to do all this research and stuff. 2 hours. Wow. Okay. Maltor, will you roll a d4 to see how long you're practicing? How X amount of hours you are practicing? Getting
4.
Fit. Ooh. You're gonna be tired.
Well, that's gonna be fun tomorrow.
Reefus just goes to check on him and is like, Oh yeah, no, he's still going. They're fine.
I also want to check. I'm not able to get away, am I, from Rickon?
I mean, if you wanted to like end it early, you could. However, you do run the risk of, like, well, is he still gonna teach me if I stop right now?
Okay, fine. I'm gonna stay.
Okay. Pyramid scheme of dragon deals. So yes, to answer your question on dragon scales, no fucking clue.
Damn, there's not even a black market one kind of sifting about where it's like, oh, if you go see this person, and then maybe if you make a deal with...
Dragons haven't been seen in a long time.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, sadly. Are there any nobles who proudly display their dragon scale collection in a possibly stealable area?
You know what? Roll charisma just to see how easily you find someone who could be like, ah, yeah, see.
Only a 12.
You're pretty sure that some of them Adelaide Empire folks got them dragon scales.
All right, so we invade the Empire for the dragon scale. No, kidding.
We invade the Empire.
For profit. But mostly for money. I mean, for scales.
Alrighty.
Another silver t-shirt.
Aeseora, what are you up to? Typing
Writing
furiously.
down for profit, but mostly for money.
That's
So-
more than fair.
After our 2 hours of research, at some point I plan on speaking to Maltor, even though I know they're gonna run the fuck away. Yeah, I saw that. But they're still training. What time is it?
So when you started your duels, it was like 7:45, 8-ish.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like 10:30.
Yeah, about.
Days have
I
a
did
lot
not
of
realize we got
time.
woken up that early. I would have been way more groggy.
It's
Yikes.
fine. You were given breakfast.
Yeah, that's a fair trade.
You were given things in general.
I think if I see that Maltor is definitely still training, maybe I'll do a little other research on my own in the library.
Absolutely.
I thought everyone's just kind of peeping in on the practice.
They're still going?
Why are their legs not jelly? Yeah, Kurt, I'll message you what I'm researching unless somebody asks me about it.
Okay. Reefus, what are you doing?
So we've got this rock. We looked up on that, kind of figured out. So we did figure out what what category this thing is, right?
Technically yes, technically no. There's been no
Okay,
reports in regards to any of the symbols actively changing in the process.
Do we know any deities that have great branding? Because that's all I've got is a really good logo.
Literally any of the gods.
Yeah, it's kind of their thing.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the manacles? Is there anything unique about them?
They're purple.
Okay, cool. It's a
They're
good start.
Spectrally.
Same.
They are the same as the ones that the entity of which you house has, which
House.
we are temporarily calling Bob because I am not going to consistently say the entity.
So much more fun.
Did I catch School of Magic on those manacles?
They're the same as everything else in your guards.
Okay, I thought so. I just want to check.
Let's see. Okay, well, Reefus is going to get a little, yeah, I mean, by his standards, frustrated. But let's see, he wanted
sticks.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
shell
better keep
shock.
going.
Yeah, better try harder. Let's see. He's good with. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember what he's good at and what he needed to work with. There we go. While he's here, can he? Are there any books on basically learning how to play instruments?
Yeah.
Okay.
yes.
Is there?
Yes, Aeseora.
So I'm the book that
Yeah,
can teach you how to
Aeseora's
play
the book.
instruments. It's me. Hello.
Or Hooterson lessons.
Hooterson. Reefus is thinking of the dark arts of the honker, but he won't let that be tempted. He can't dare be
Hooterson
classified.
Echoes. Yeah, the voice
Now
of
that he's
Hooterson
made a
echoes.
deal with an evil entity.
The voice
Is this a
of
Professor
Hooterson.
Oak thing?
Yeah, just echoes in your head. If you play a honker, you're a bad person.
Reefus is ridden by guilt and decides to go over to the
You have the living book that is Aeseora versus the book of books.
What? I've worked a little bit with Aeseora, but she seems really busy. We'll just start with stringed instruments. We're gonna work on the ukulele first,
Okay.
because I don't think I'm proficient in any instruments, even though I have like 4. It's never stopped me before.
Drums would be the easiest.
Aeseora,
Yes.
in your
User.
Aeseora, in your search, you do find a thick old book that is locked.
Locked.
Locked. Like, you know those books that has like the little flap that like goes
Yeah.
boop? Yeah. It's like that, but it's metal.
Okay, I'll hold on to it.
Okay. Add old metal locked book to your inventory. Okay,
Like,
back
who
to
did-
what? Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. My mic didn't pick up the first half of my sentence. Would I know who to ask about it?
Ruin probably would be the first person to come to mind.
Okay.
Otherwise, you do have resident rogue.
Yeah. But they're about to be like
Jelly.
halfway to dead. So, options. Okay.
Options.
Sure.
All right.
You have
to-
seen Reefus be very crafty. It's one of his things.
All right, back to being good person versus bad person. You can. Are you asking Aeseora or are you?
No, I'm going to try and study on my own, because I've talked with them a little bit. I've talked with her a little bit about it on the ship here, and again, she seems like really focused on what she's doing. Reefus doesn't want to be a bother.
Okay.
He's still pretty sore from getting his ass whipped.
That's fair.
Do I need to roll for reading or?
No, just roll performance with disadvantage.
Okay, I'm used to that. That's cool.
And remember, you are not getting technically not rolling an additional proficiency or adding additional proficiency because you're not proficient with music.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a straight performance roll.
Yep.
That's a 6.
Dude, it twang.
Dang it.
Probably
Golly.
go over to help once I was done finding spooky shit.
Okay, but first, Reefus, you took 3 damage as the metal string broke
Oh,
right on your finger.
No.
That's why it
Yeah.
hurt so bad.
I was gonna say that if there's bad music being played, the inner bard of Sylvyre may have to pop over and examine what's going on.
You see,
I got. It's fine. Sorry.
you see
Sorry.
Reefus
Just
just,
learning.
like, holding a ukulele with a now snapped string.
You
Can I
opted
fix
for
it?
You opted for that instrument right off the bat?
Well, fit my hands.
Yes, you do have a point indeed.
Can I like try and just fix it real quick, or is it like right down here where?
You can. It's
If it's
like,
snapped by the tuning peg, that can be done with a quick fix.
Yeah.
It's down towards the bridge. It's a little tougher, but
you can it'll be a tight fix. Like there's barely enough string that is left on to fix it, but it is possible.
I'll give it the old. Man, I just blanked on the fantasy word for college. Besides magic college, we're gonna try really hard.
The old Strixhaven try.
No, Reefus doesn't know what Strixhaven is.
Exactly. It's still college.
It's still college. We don't even consider it.
You could also try the Pan Flute at some point in time. I could attempt to teach you that. It's not an instrument I own, but I do know of it from my childhood.
I have the
What instruments do you have? You have the bird pipes.
Don't worry about it.
I'm curious.
I have at the moment bird pipes, which is pretty much a pan flute, kinda.
No.
Right? No? Or is it a
What is the instrument that is very close? Bird
the
pipes,
Peter flute?
Bird pipes. Bag.
I'm blanking
pipes.
here. Bagpipes. Oh, they're like little bagpipes?
Yes.
I'm so much more excited now.
Oh no. It's on helium.
This is gonna be great. Okay. Moving on from there. I thought I had like a flute that sounded like bird songs or something, but this is moving on. I have that. Fear me. I also have a flute, a harp, a ukulele. I think that's it. That's 4.
Okay.
I can play none of them.
Good.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
I also have a glass bottle for bass. I actually have 3 glass bottles, so I can fill them up and do the little
What are those called?
Bottles.
No.
bottles or glasses if you use the wine glasses.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can do that so much with like a beer bottle or something like that. You can blow into it, definitely. Not sure about the whole rimming thing.
I also have the thing that I had made, but nobody knows how to do that yet. So
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, Sylvyre, are you assisting Reefus in learning how to play an instrument? Is Aeseora also assisting Reefus in learning how to play an instrument?
Yeah.
Okay. I will either have one of you roll performance at advantage, or both of you roll advantage or performance, and we'll take the average.
I feel like our teaching
there's 3 of
styles.
us?
Well,
Oh, you mean me and him?
Yeah.
We'd teach very different.
I was going to say, I feel like our teaching styles are very different, and because
trying to think of who Reefus would benefit.
would Aeseora be theory before practice and Sylvyre be practice before theory?
No, I don't know. It was. It depends on the day.
Yes.
I'm not consistent at all.
I would think
That's
the
the
other way
problem.
around, because
Yeah.
Aeseora is, maybe she's born with it, maybe she's Maybelline, but whereas Sylvyre, this is your craft, and this is like what you do. So
True, and lessons usually mean money, as opposed to just feel it out.
Yeah. So,
But still, let's.
your knowledge or theory before practice. There we go. We've settled it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because
let's spend another 2 hours on this. I like it.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, so let's
Yeah.
roll this up and
Okay.
see what our average is.
And you said roll performance?
Yes.
I can play well, but I'm not the best teacher. 10.
Ooh.
1. Ugh. My mic. 21.
Okay, I only heard 1, and I was
Yeah.
worried.
I'm watching the little green thing around my face
So-
not light up half the time I'm talking. I don't know what Discord's doing. But yes, 21 total.
So
Okay, so 31,
round that up, 16.
16.
So I'm holding
Okay.
sheet music in front of him. And you have to be able to read the notes. This note, here's the different staffs. And Ashora's just showing
Staffs.
finger
Is
positions.
this sheet music that you have handwritten, Silver?
Oh, yes, definitely.
I will point out a flaw if there is one in your music
Ooh.
theory.
Is there a flaw though?
Mm.
Roll for flaw.
Roll for flaw.
Great.
Roll for sheet music.
What is that? Performance with an intelligence modifier
Yeah.
instead? Okay.
Be my grandmother. Roll for sheet music.
Oh, come on. New dice. Stop. That's only... I gotta remember what's what, so that's only a 6.
My passive perception is a 16, and this is my job.
It's a
that is your
Scantron.
job. It's
This is actually my job.
There's 3 mistakes.
Mm.
I rolled for it.
Actually, Silver, if you're going to use that to teach, let's just fix this real quick. First.
Okay.
Fix?
I
It's
guess
like a
Silver
technical
wouldn't
fixing,
know
or-
that it's literally your job.
No, nobody does. Oh well.
Oh! What are the rates for those?
Depends on who you do it for.
Interesting.
Am I being charged?
Oh, no, not this time, no. First lesson's free. Especially if my source material needs work. Okay. I'm going to go... He's
Isn't
going to
this
go...
great?
Yeah, he's going to turn his back and start scribbling around.
We're all helping each other improve.
4.5 beats if it's in 4/4, okay? That's basic. We'll start there. There's 2 other ones, but we can talk about those later. Fix that first.
Look, it was just a small syntax error. I was supposed to move the staff over, okay? Just give me a bit. Yeah, you go teach him some more.
You know what? Roll another d6 instead to see. We're seeing how long this is taking.
Oh no.
Oh no, 5. If anything, Silver could be the one spending 5 because now he's went from research to look over all my source material mode. If there's that many mistakes in one piece, oh no.
Alrighty, so what went from 2 jumped to 5.
Reefus is eagerly listening to literally everything the two of you say. Like, just very genuine.
Alright,
There may not be retention, but there's still attention.
yes. Maltor,
2 things.
switching back to you, we're fast forwarding through the training because... Yeah.
Yeah.
Your legs are absolute jello. You have never been forced to do so many like advances and backsteps and stay in one position for so long in your life. Alrighty, let's call it here for the day. You have a solid start there.
Right. Thanks. All right. Cool. Yeah. No. Seriously. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. Gonna walk away now.
Yeah, it's super awkward. Casual 6 charisma.
Ugh. How bad am I feeling for a little walk?
Your legs will hurt. Like that is for sure, and they're very noodly, but you can still make it without like too much trouble. You just did leg day, and
You have to do a cooldown to work out the lactic acid and all that.
Mhm.
All right. In that case, I'm going to take a little stroll outside of the castle.
Absolutely. Where are you heading?
I'm going to be heading for the religious district.
Sure thing. So as you exit from the castle, you're once again greeted by the lovely garden. There's a lot of people still bustling about now, today. Yeah, they're, doing their daily gardening stuff. A couple people are trimming some dead flowers, yada yada. The nameless guards are still at the front. And as you head on down, you once again have to pass through pretty much everything. But when you go back to the so I think the fastest way would technically be going through the entertainment district first and then heading to the religious sector. So as
So I head right.
All right. Excuse me. So as you go through the entertainment center or district, there's obviously much things to do. There's shops. There's like stands, games, blah blah blah, and music.
Is
Street
there
plays.
a place? Entertainment. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just very much out of it and just trying to get where I'm trying to get.
And then as you enter the religious sect, it kind of like immediately cuts off in terms of vibe, right? Whereas before it was like, yay, hurrah, hurrah. And now it's, you're in church, kind of. But as you keep going through, you see there's literally a church for every single deity, plus a couple that you haven't heard, like entities which you haven't heard of. They're not full deities, but you can imagine it's more along the lines of like a socially acceptable cult.
Is there a place with information, like a map?
Like a directory?
Yeah.
No, but you could easily ask someone. Like if you're looking
Alright,
for a specific god.
I'm just gonna look around in that case.
Okay.
If there's not like a map or something, I'm just looking around.
Yeah. So, unlike all of the other districts that you have been in, where it's like many like narrowing, like branching paths, this is just like a straight path with various buildings on either side. Some of them are like ridiculously tall, some are wide. They're all various forms of churches, basically. And on the front is, with exception to like ones that work in tandem, each building is dedicated to a specific god / goddess.
Right. I'm looking for 2 temples.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Can I roll?
Yeah, sure.
Or can I just, or is it easy to find?
It's pretty easy to find. It's a straight shot. You will find it eventually.
Okay.
So as you get about halfway through the religious sector, there is one that is drastically different than all of the other buildings. Whereas all of the others are like very respectable, like upstanding, like very neat, nice, quiet for the most part, with exception to, like the war and the forge and yeah, with exception to like the ones that are obviously going to be very loud. This one kind of strikes you as weird because it's a very low top building comparatively, and from inside you hear like music coming. That's like very like poppy, almost rave like.
Okay.
And on the front, like the top of it, you see 2 symbols. One is a coin that is in the process of being flipped, and the other one is a cracked coin.
It's one building?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was not expecting that. I'm gonna go at the door.
The door is like very immaculate. It's got like a red paint job on it, like the tall, like super tall, like golden handles, right? And in front is actually a bouncer. And he's like,
What's happening here? Okay.
yeah,
At a church?
at a church.
How tough are you?
The bouncer is
All
guilt.
right. Well, okay. What's the bouncer like?
Here's a Goliath, and you see he has like a like fanny pack basically that is just chock full of the paper like wristbands
Okay.
And also little stamps.
Right.
Here for religion or pleasure?
Religion.
All right, and he's gonna take out hand, please.
Okay.
And he's gonna take your hand. It's very small in comparison. Just a comically small stamp. Boop. All right, free to go in.
I guess. Going in. Let's go.
As you step in, you are you're greeted once again by music, but it is dramatically louder this time. You hear the sounds of ding 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 ding. We have a winner! As you're stepping into a casino.
I should have known. All right, cool. Where's the religious part of this goddamn building?
Everywhere, technically.
Technically, is there like an altar or something, or is it just?
Yeah. It's called a slot machine.
All right. I'm confused. I'm just trying to find something that
roll perception for me, please.
Okay. What's my perception modifier? Right, 6.
6. Alrighty. So you spend like 20 minutes just wandering the place like aimlessly. Obviously very starstruck. Very like, what the fuck is going on? I thought this was a church. And after about 20 minutes, you're approached by a goblin wearing a very nice tuxedo. He has a little one of those like towels that goes over the arm. Yes, excuse me. Would you happen to be a Maltor?
Yes.
Right, carry on. Follow me then. And he's gonna like turn on his heel and like begin walking off.
All right. Follow.
Alrighty. I'm blanking on what the table is called. It's one of the ones where you like, it's the little ball and it like spins around.
Roulette.
A roulette table?
Yeah, thank you. You're escorted to a roulette table where you see the staff, I guess, technically. One of the head priests. Like spinning the ball. And at the table, you see 2 prominent figures. The first one being a man in an all-white suit with gold highlights, golden skin, and a hat that seems to dip like so far you can really only see like this perpetual grin. Joined arm in arm with a tall woman with like gray skin and a like lovely purple dress and black hair. On the man's breast pocket is the symbol of a coin being flipped, and on the woman on her shoulder is the symbol of the coin broken in 2. Long time no see, kid.
Yeah. About a week?
I suppose it has only been a week.
I found this. Gonna show the coin.
Hey, you finally found it. Congratulations. Oh, wait, shit. That means I lost the bet. See, I bet it was going to take you at least a month to find it. And he's going to hand, like, this pile of gold coin, or, like, a bag of just gold coins over to the woman in the purple dress.
Kind of people.
You seem a little shocked.
Just, what is this?
Well, kid, it's a coin. You can flip it.
Right. You know,
It's
I'm
pretty
just-
special, don't you know? There's a little thing you can do. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the magical items, but some of them you can do this thing. It's called a tuning.
and it's not gonna curse me or anything, right?
They just both give you a look. Like, you can't see the man's eyes, but you know.
You know. Right.
Please, kid, we ain't that mean. Honestly, I'm a little insulted that you would even imply such a thing.
Right. My bad. I'll do that then.
Okay, perfect. Do you know how to attune, sweetie?
Honestly, no. I've never had a magical item in my life.
Basically, once you dedicate about a night, not a full night, obviously, but when you're about to go to sleep is the best time. Just focus on it. Basically, like, reach your heart out to the item, and it'll reciprocate. Once you do,
Right.
you'll know what it does.
Right.
Careful, though. Some items forcefully do that. Better known as cursed.
Right. Well, thanks. I guess that answers all my questions for now.
Well,
I'm
if
just
that answers all your
gonna-
questions, then and he just like snaps his fingers, and the goblin who escorted you like is shoving a chair behind you, like kind of pushing you in. Can play around it too.
Do it.
We can change the game if you prefer. And he like waves his hand over, and the table like magically changes from roulette to blackjack.
What's the easier one to understand? I think
I think probably blackjack, right?
Forgot which one has the best odds for the player.
Because roulette, you call a color and a number, and then it's blackjack. Your goal is to hit 21 without breaking, using the cards. There's poker.
What are we playing for? Just cash? I don't.
You can do money. You can do just to kill some time. You know?
Sure, one game.
One
Why
game.
not? Let's
All
go.
right. Okay. So the dealer hands you 2 cards, and hands each of them 2 cards as well. So, for the purposes of this, we'll be the dealer, right? So they flip over their 2 cards, revealing 16. Okay. And then flip over your 2 cards. You're just standing there, kid. Or sitting there, kid. You get
Flip them over.
you get a 9 and an ace. So, if you're unfamiliar, in blackjack, aces count as either a 1 or an 11, depending on if you have like the space for it to be an 11.
Right.
So technically, you have like 20 points sitting there. A king, or the face cards are 10. They're 10 points each.
Yeah.
And then otherwise, everything is their face value. Your goal is to get as close to 21 as possible without busting.
Right.
So?
That's That's. I think I'm gonna stay.
Yeah. So in this case, you would be good. Now for the real one, and he like snaps, and the cards go like zoop. It looks like you didn't know how to play.
Right.
Right. So, he flips over 2 cards. He has 17. And he hands you 2 cards. You have a 6 and a 5. And you're not playing. So you can hit or you can pass. Hitting, you get another card.
Yeah. All right. One more card.
One more card.
Hit. Yes.
All right. How about actually I have you roll for this? Just roll a
Oh.
d20, and depending on how good you roll.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Interesting.
Do I add anything?
No.
Luck? No. 17.
17. Alrighty. You are given another 5. So you have 2 5s and a 6. So you're at 16. If you don't hit again, guarantee lose.
Mm.
If you do hit again, you might win, you might not.
What's the incentive to not hit it then?
You lose.
You lose.
But I lose anyway. If I don't.
Not necessarily. I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah, if you don't.
there's no incentive to.
Welcome
not
to
get.
gambling.
Yeah, welcome to
Alright.
gambling.
Guess what? I'll hit
You know what?
one more.
Let's. You know what, kid? Since we like you and all, if you win, you'll get to know what that does before you tune to it.
So let me get this straight. I'm staying right now. I'm losing. So. All right.
Worst case scenario, you don't know till you find out.
All right. Hit one more.
Okay, roll.
Hit.
DC 18.
Why? Five.
You get a king, so you bust pretty hard.
Mm. You know.
Them's the breaks, kid. And believe it or not, neither of us did our thing.
Oh.
Sometimes they just fall that way.
Well, it was lovely seeing you guys. I think I'm gonna go.
All right, catch you on the flip side, kid.
Right. I'm kind of trying to power walk out of there as much as I can.
Sure.
With wobbly legs.
Whoa.
Probably trip at least once.
Yeah, but you do make it out of there. It's a lot. Social anxiety, friend.
All right.
What would you like to do now?
Okay. Going back to the castle. I'm heading back to the castle.
Okay. So we'll just say in the time it takes you to do that, the music lesson with Reefus will be wrapping up.
You just explained like my other family reunion that like my grandmother goes to and takes me to. I don't know anyone there. They're all playing cribbage or something. Like I sit down and like play one. Yeah, I think I got it figured out. Well, it's a long drive back. It was really nice to see all of you.
Get the hell out of here.
Pinochle. It's always Pinochle.
So, you would be able to find the gang still in the library practicing instruments.
Just listen for very loud music theory arguments.
It has to be fixed this time. This note, it fits there. The extra bar is there because you need
That
the
I'm
extra.
definitely winning.
Boing.
Look, no, it just feels better. It's fine. I know it doesn't fit.
Boing, boing.
You have to learn the rules correctly before you learn how to break them correctly.
No, I learned them correctly. I spent time in the forest learning them correctly.
Boing, boing, boing.
I'm going towards that. That actually feels calming.
Alright. So you just open the doors to the library and just greeted by the cacophony of yelling and punk.
Bing, bing, bing. Boing.
You might have
Reefus
a
is
solid
just kind of
chord in
being
there
like
by the end of
left
it.
alone.
Practicing.
Oh, hi,
now?
Maltor.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, hello. Welcome to music time with Aeseora teaching
Boing.
and me learning
Arguing.
still. Arguing.
Wow.
No, I'm
Ah.
learning. I'm fixing
Wow.
things as they should be. Unless they don't feel right, then I'll fix them. Then I will improvise once I'm actually playing it. That's why there's blank sections here. It's called improv. It's fun.
It's going well.
Very well, yes.
Boing, boing. I only broke it
Fantastic.
once.
He's doing fantastic. It's just
I don't know if she
doing
means
it.
me or Sylvyre. Boing.
Good to know.
High
Is there
fantasy.
a chair? Is there a chair? Is there a chair? I want to
Yeah,
sit
there's a chair.
Obviously. There's
I
at
just
least
got
3.
I'm plopping down in a chair and just listening to that.
Boing.
Enjoying the concert.
Mm-hmm.
The middle school string instrument concert.
Boing.
So it should be.
Those words give me war flashbacks.
So it should be what, about 3:30-ish now, if math right.
Sure.
I think I
Whatever.
accidentally found out the intro to Bridge Over Bubbled Water. Boing,
Damn it.
boing.
So,
As long as you're doing, as long as you're not playing Waterfall, we're fine.
Yeah. I'm mad at myself now.
So, after things simmer down and we teach Maltor, Aeseora teaches Maltor a chord.
Maltor.
Well,
Maltor.
we got
Not on
we
purpose.
got them. We got
Reefus.
Maltor a
a
something.
bongo.
Bongo.
Yeah, yeah,
I got,
yeah,
I
yeah.
got a
Bongo.
single.
The
Well,
chord on the bongo. Yeah, you keep a beat. It's easy. You can tap your foot,
Boing.
correct?
Boing, boing,
maybe not at the moment, but
bzz.
Maybe not now.
Yeah.
I can't feel my fingertips.
I can't feel my
That's
legs.
a good time to stop. You've learned enough for today. Your fingers will heal.
Looks at Aeseora, just waiting for the counter.
I'm yelling at my microphone now, you guys. It's fine. It's just not listening. Yes, actually, that's a good place to stop. You don't want your fingers to stop bleeding. At least not the first day.
Okay,
Second
well,
day,
thank you
though.
guys.
Joke's on you.
Is
They
there-
only bled once.
Yeah. Oh, they're absolutely bleeding. You just can't see through the fur.
Oh, no.
It's fine. Yes, I can.
Well, I appreciate you guys. That was very educational. Maltor, did you have a good lesson?
No.
Yeah. Long though. I know it's 3, but like, I could use a nap.
Did you have lunch? We should probably.
I didn't even eat.
Nor did we. I realize now.
Lunch
Nope.
is for the weak.
I've lost a lot of blood with nothing to eat.
I'll cast healing word.
We're all good technically, but
But that
just
helps us
haven't
feel
eaten.
better.
Technically, the only person who has taken damage since last session is Reefus.
Yeah.
But true, a lunch could be a good short rest.
Yes.
No, I can't
Yeah.
get spells back through that yet, but still, a short rest.
A short
Ugh.
rest.
Mm-hmm.
Lunch sounds good.
Okay.
So yeah,
Alright.
we'll go barge
Can we
into the
eat here?
the royal
Yeah,
kitchen.
can we eat here?
It's rude to eat in the library.
Probably.
I don't want to
Why
pay
not?
for damage to the books.
Who's gonna stop us?
No one, but you never know when that's going to come back to bite you in the ass.
We could go find the kitchen.
Yes.
Okay, so it takes you a couple minutes, but you do end up finding the kitchen. It is busy prepping for dinner.
Oh shoot.
Can we have a snack real quick? Sorry to interrupt everyone. We just need a small little morsel of food and water, something to just satiate us. We've had a long day and we skipped lunch.
You're greeted by a gnome who is only about yay tall.
6 foot tall, leaning over them. Hello, little one.
What, you want a snack?
Yes.
What do you take this for? A pantry?
I assume there's one in here.
That's besides the point.
Do you have a little bit of granola? Something light.
Who just carries granola in the kitchen when you're making dinner?
I'm
Reefus
sure
slowly
that...
hides the granola back into his pouch.
I assume that the king gets peckish. Or, it is king. It is monarch. Monarch. The monarch gets peckish at times.
Yeah, normally
So I
eat some
assume-
fruit, though.
We'll have some fruit. Easy. Please, and thank you.
Alright,
Yes.
fine. And he, waddles over, goes into the fruit bowl, and just, roll dexterity, each of you.
Oh, no.
Boy.
Is his back turned to
Just a
us?
straight dex check or a dex
Just
save? What
straight dex check.
Okay.
7.
Woo!
9.
Woo!
10.
Oh.
One.
Again?
21.
Oh, sorry. 21.
Alrighty.
Brag about
Well,
it.
if I can catch the other food.
No.
No, okay.
Each of you, with exception to Sylvyre, get I don't have a name for these. Get
What do you think-
Lados. Get Lados straight to the face.
What?
Latos.
Yeah.
Is it cooked well?
They're fruit. So they're raw.
Lados.
Yeah.
Reefus happily eats it.
They're tomato bananas. I feel like that'd be really gross, but that's just what came to my mind. So
I was going to say, personally, maybe in this world it works. But I'm
I
not
feel like
tomato
that'd
guy.
be really gross, but
Yeah, I don't think
Yep.
Reefus likes that.
so 3 of you just take it straight to the face.
Extra splatter.
Extra splatter.
Ooh,
The service here is so direct.
I'm already casting prestidigitation to clean them.
Yeah. Silver's the only one just because it's like,
Is the goblin's back to us?
he's not a goblin, he's a gnome.
No, I'm sorry.
How dare
Wrong
you.
G word.
But no. He picked him up
He's not-
and just went, wah!
Okay. I would like to hold an action for when his back is to us.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Alright, now
Can
get
I-
out of here, we're busy.
Can I give you guidance? Because it's funny.
You certainly can. Mark it.
It's a cantrip.
No, I'm telling you.
Ah.
Reefus.
Alright, now get out of here, we're busy. We're prepping for dinner. Stay any longer and you're gonna get dinner.
What are you making for dinner? I'd love to hear about your craft.
Alright, never mind, you can stay.
Yes.
Alright, we're making a variety of fish dinners. This one's got lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper.
The monarch specifically.
On a fish?
Yeah.
How does that work?
You
I've
get
had lemon, I've had
you get
pepper, I've had fish.
You get lemon, you get pepper, you get butter, and then you sear the fish, and then you tilt the pan up and you spoon on the butter with the lemon pepper.
Butter based.
I can't tell if this is the greatest idea or an affront towards everything I've ever eaten.
I assure you, I'm making it. It's great.
So I'm just going to point behind him and be like, you show me how you do this. Do you use these pans over here or?
And he's gonna look up. All right, yeah. So it's get over here, and he's gonna prop it down on one knee, he's kind of basically asking you to get on his shoulders to grab it.
Is his back turned?
It's back, yeah.
I would like to stealthily cast Wand of Smiles.
Okay. It's charisma, yeah.
It's a charisma save. Yeah.
Well, he rolled an 18.
Okay.
No,
I've still got 2 charges left. No, I've got 1 charge left because I used one earlier. No, I got 3. I didn't get to use one on Rickon. Oh yeah, at dawn. It gets
Didn't you use one?
Yeah,
on
I'll
Trey?
expend. No, I did, but that was before we went to sleep. I was gonna use one on Rickon, but I didn't get the chance. So yeah, I slept, so it got it all back. So this leaves me at 2. All right, so I will climb on his shoulders though.
Alrighty, and he like
Cause
there's a couple different pans that you can grab of varying sizes and depth.
Kurt, another important question: which one looks like it would work as a sidearm weapon?
The cast iron.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you grab the cast iron. Roll strength.
Oh no.
Oh.
Luckily, we're a very strong party.
Cast iron's heavy, man.
Guidance is just for a skill check, right?
Yeah.
You can.
Does this?
You can.
We gonna. Okay.
DC 12.
Oh, good. I rolled a 19 for a total of 17.
With guidance?
With guidance, I rolled a 15 and I rolled a 4 on the D4. And then I have a strength of 7.
Yeah.
So you grab.
I'm an otter.
Woo!
Oh wow, okay. Oh, gotta use your shoulders on that one.
Yeah, it's got.
It's a little heavy. I was in a fight earlier today. You know, it's still a little sore.
I understand.
Can
I
I do,
also
can I do insight to see if he's pitying me?
no, he gets it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's very upfront. Hey, you wouldn't happen to be an expert in cooking scallops and oysters, would you?
Define cook.
Cook.
This may be the...
Important Reefus character development.
I know, about to say, does he lie?
No,
Well,
I actually
so
never
well,
have.
so-
I am a specialty at catching and eating, but not the in between.
All right. Put on that apron over there.
Like anime cuts, I'm sure.
Yep. Congratulations, Reefus. You're on kitchen duty now.
I'm just so happy to help, and I get to learn. I'm learning so much today. Can't feel my fingers.
All right, what's everyone else doing while Reefus is now forced into kitchen duty?
I'm gonna try to head back to my room with my tomato bananas.
Okay.
Poor soul.
What did you say they were called?
Latos.
Latos?
Latos.
Latos?
Latos.
Not making a drink out of that one.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Maybe it'd have improved Bloody Mary.
Banana!
Sweet, a little sweeter, a little creamier. I don't know.
It's like
Try.
it's like an equally
Bingy.
gross clamato.
No.
Silver, what are you doing?
That's a good question. Dinner sounds nice, but it's far too early for that. I think honestly, I would try and start planning. I think we should start planning our getting out trip away from here because we have other things to do and other things to find. So I might go down the docks and see when the boats are coming and going, and come back with a report on that.
They leave every day at 10 a.m. And they come in at 10 p.m. with exception to emergency situations.
Okay. As much as time is money, I don't think we need to force an emergency situation yet. So, if anything, if I can remember that, tell them. And either we leave tomorrow at 10 a.m. or we spend another day here, depending on what all you wish to do. But I don't see a purpose in staying here for all that long, because we have a package to retrieve. And more portals to find and close. and do whatever we do with that.
And information to find.
About the portals and the things of the like. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So we need to just meet collectively as a group once some of us are conscious and some of us are done being put into internship duty. And then we'll see if we can manage to get ourselves up early enough to leave tomorrow. Considering how early we got up today, that seems very possible.
I'm going to light my microphone on fire. As long as they feed us again tomorrow, I'm sure that will be perfectly doable.
Oh, yes. Same breakfast, same thing, and then we head off.
And
That's what I would want.
In your head, you hear a familiar voice of, I hungry.
That shit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that thing.
Remind me how big Flower is.
10 feet. 10 feet long.
So, like, there's space in the room.
Oh, yeah.
But food, though.
You have someone in the kitchen.
Mostly meats.
But
Flower no give for all day. Hungry.
this is why I do not have pets. I can't take care of anything, including myself. How the fuck am I supposed to remember to feed another entity? Or figure out how.
You got a man in the kitchen.
This is true.
You can do a sneaker head
I'll
talk.
go back to the kitchen
Convince
and
him to
walk
steal the
in
food.
and say, "Excuse me, I need enough meat to feed a large creature."
What? Why do you need that? You look pretty small to me.
For a large creature.
They're technically eating for two.
Congratulations. You look great. Congratulations. Well, cooked a raw. Raw.
My mic is still not picking me up, but I did say that 3 times.
Okay. All right. And
I have no idea what in here is raw and cooked.
Anything you haven't put in the pan yet is most likely raw.
I just look at the gnome.
yeah. And he like toddles off and comes back with a small bag of holding, like yay big.
Hell yeah.
It's much smaller than a regular bag of holding. Much
Right,
smaller. But this should do you.
Thank you.
It's mostly scraps for the stuff that we don't normally eat. Sylvyre's got a sensitive stomach, you know.
And fancy people and all that. That's fine. Doesn't matter to me. Thank you. I'm out.
Reefus still has his Cafe Alcade beanie cap on while he's doing all this.
Good.
During all of this, he's never taken it off.
I guess I'll go feed Flower in my bedroom.
Okay.
Yay.
Keep in mind she also has her stick on her still.
Right. That how much is that just enough food forever? I don't.
Now that is enough food for a meal.
Right. So we want to save that for when we absolutely need it. Yeah. The stick.
Oh yeah. The stick is a toy.
Then I was trying to figure out why you reminded me of that.
Oh, just because, then you won't be shocked that she is holding a stick and probably gonna maybe break something.
Well, I'll move things out of the way first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know she's you said she's 10 feet anyway, so
Yeah, you need space.
yeah, we make space first.
Make space. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Flower, her eyes get real, or the rectangular pupils get real big, and she just kind of opens her mouth. Ah. And after you empty all of it, she goes chomp, gulp. Ah.
I am keeping this bag.
Okay.
I'll clean it, but now I have a mini bag of holding.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Basically, anything that your fist can fit in, or like, is the size of, can fit. In terms
Okay.
of like how big the hole is.
And how much does it hold?
About a quarter of a regular bag of holding. So I think that's 500 pounds normally? Question mark. Yeah, 500 pounds divided by 4, so like 125 pounds.
Okay. I'll just if nothing else exciting is happening, I'll probably just write in my notebook until dinner.
Okay. Flower is just nuzzling up against you, literally pushing you in the process.
Fine.
Huh?
That's fine.
Okay.
Just we have to not knock things over. I'll try and make sure of that, and then we'll chill.
Okay. I guess fast forward. Reefus! Congratulations, you have gained a proficiency.
In what specifically?
In cooking tools.
All right, let's go.
And you know how to prepare fish.
Okay. Character development.
Character development. Reefus knows how to cook now.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. All right. Good to know. Good to know. Can I try and make food for my friends?
You can certainly try.
I will try and make fish
Okay.
for all three of them.
Okay.
And because I mean, just to use, I have 10 days worth of rations. I figure I can use like one per. And I also have, I got all sorts of fish stuff. So I assume like,
Assume they have enough to
Yeah.
supply you with the things.
Yeah.
I do not have proficiency with an herbalism kit. Awesome. Okay.
You can cook
Would
it,
I
you
be-
can't spice it.
Takes practice.
That tracks. Would I be able to spend one of my healing potions to kind of like put it in the fish to give it a little extra boost for them?
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna put something else in one of the dishes, but I'm gonna message that to you and leave it hanging to make everyone paranoid.
Okay.
And then Silver passes out mid-dinner.
But we will take a break now before dinner. So yeah, see you all in about 10 minutes.
Do you guys
Right.
And we're back!
Hooray!
Hooray! Thank you for joining us again. So yeah, it's dinner time. You have been presented fish. Cooked by Reefus. Reefus, who is the special dish for?
I will message you that.
Okay.
I'll insight the fish. No.
I
Oh, how good is it?
I was gonna say he'll inspect it to make sure it's not.
It's
raw.
dead. You can't incite that.
The intent of the cook is seared into the flesh of the meal.
Look at the cook.
Well, then it's nothing but good vibes. But still,
Oh
just
no!
make sure.
Wait, if we've all consumed Reefus's blood, are we part of this pact now? This is forever.
Is this the pyramid scheme?
This is
Oh,
the
no!
I'm
pyramid.
fairly certain. Pretty sure I did not bleed it into.
99 souls when you needed 100.
You had to wear like a bodysuit, a body hairnet.
God.
A
Yeah, with
hazmat
fur.
suit?
Oh yeah, Bonnie.
Fur would be unavoidable. If it's shedding season. I don't know how otter shedding patterns would be.
Not often, actually. They just kind of groom themselves constantly.
Oh, okay. So
I
as long
read a
as you didn't-
lot about otters in the last
I
6
knew
months
you-
or so.
I knew you would
Oh.
know.
Last time I read about that,
Anywho's,
I was like in sixth
so-
grade.
You are all getting food prepared by Reefus. And it is okay. It's not great, but it's okay.
I think salt is the only seasoning used on this.
No, it's lemon pepper, but with like the incorrect amounts of both lemon and pepper. So some of them are like super peppery, others are like very lemony.
Don't be too harsh. It's my first time.
Like Snicket.
Silver, yours has like a slightly weird color to it though.
Is it the breed of fish?
I don't know.
It's adequate.
It still tastes.
But you'll do.
I accept that. The bar was low.
It still tastes fine.
Oh, then yes, you'll do better next time.
Thanks, Reefus.
Thank you indeed.
He's very flattered. Like, he feels great.
Jesus Christ.
Fantastic. And what other sides are offered to the rest of everyone else that we can also partake in?
There's green beans. There's garlic mashed potatoes. There's like I forget what it's called, but it's like a sweet like dessert dish that's basically just like honey and lemons in like a like it's like the lemons and then you just like eat it like that, and it's supposed to be like really sweet and like good for recovering energy.
Never heard of it, but sounds interesting.
I've had it with oranges, but not lemons.
You can do it with either.
Oh,
I
candy?
can't. Yeah.
No. Oh.
oh.
Huh?
I think you meant it had like a honey cinnamon kind of drizzled whatever on it, but it's the actual fruit still.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it's called, but it's real tasty.
Yeah. Yeah. I also don't know what it's called, but it's just lemons instead of oranges. Yeah.
All
There's
right.
hearts of palm. There's artichoke dip.
Oh, and let's consume many different things and see. Is there any gossip at the table while we eat from other people?
Yes. The biggest amount of gossip is, oh my god, did you hear that Rickon bothered to train someone? Oh my god, Rickon was nice to someone? Are we talking about the same Rickon? It's just all about like Maltor and Rickon.
Oops. Gonna...
Center of intention. Enjoy it.
Right. I just want to eat some food.
I feel like that's like
So
the
for-
number one thing that Maltor said. Or things along those lines.
Pretty much.
Muffled groan of discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And then the gnome chef waddles on out and specifically hands Aeseora like some other high protein sweets, some pickles and stuff. And then waddles away. Gives a thumbs up to Reefus.
What's that about?
You're special,
Why,
I suppose.
Yeah, he taught. No, he just taught me how to make different things. You get one too, Maltor.
Huh. Yeah, okay.
That's not it. Completely
swerved the
oblivious
question.
from Reefus.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho's,
Yeah.
dinner goes by without a hitch. And the gnome is like... Aeseora, your passive perception is like 16, right?
Yeah.
So you just see, like, in the doorway to the kitchen, like, at that, the port window, just the gnome, like, looking to see if you're...
If I'm eating it,
Yeah.
I'll eat a piece or two of it, and then like make sure I very obviously put the rest of it in my bag
You just see,
so that
like,
it looks like I'm saving it for later.
You just see, like...
Which I am, but
a little, yes. And then...
We see
oh
this?
boy.
Is your passive at least 16?
Nope.
You can roll
Never
perception
mind.
if you want, but...
Nah.
Nah.
It's like concentration. No. Anyway, dinner goes by without a hitch, and you're free to do pretty much whatever you want for the rest of the day. It's like, what, dinner takes about an hour and a half, so like 6:37, somewhere around there.
Actually, I don't want to depart from the castle and ask about with many of the various shops and the like to see if anyone wishes to make a delivery to Sylvyre in the name.
Okay.
Yeah, see if any more jobs and basically double dip.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Not too huge a cargo, something like transportable that a person can carry. So unfortunately, it's not. I can't do a bulk deal type thing yet till we own our own ship.
Vilgo would be willing to give you some swords to deliver.
I mean, hey, that's more than fine. Yeah, of course. If I'm already heading there for you, might as well drop off some things that you have to deliver.
Well, all right. Is 200 too much? That's not the voice at all. What the fuck?
It happens. It's not too much at all. In fact, I just need 225, just a little bit more to cover some of the transportation costs.
You want to carry extra swords? All right, 225 swords it is.
Wait, no, what? I believe that was payment. Excuse me, sir. I have not the means. If I had a bag of holding, I would. But unless there's issues with sharp objects in there, I always forget how that goes.
Technically.
But, okay, good.
Well, how much can you carry? There we go. How much can you carry, then?
Strength -1 amount. I mean, if the box has wheels, or if I was a higher level and had some sort of a disc spell, but no, if the box has wheels, I'll wheel a box or two, a crate or two in, help them out that way, and I could probably get to the 200 of that with help from my friends.
You're the same as me. Your carrying capacity is 135.
Okay.
Yeah, you are limited by space, not by carrying capacity.
So yeah, if he's willing to, well, if part of this can deal with a rental of a wheelie container thing, then yes, I could do that. I could transport a lot of them with my own pushing strength.
Well, all right. Keep in mind, you are going into the jungle there, lad.
Curses. No, that makes sense. My business plans aren't going to go so well, I believe. How about a small sampling then? How about we do with because how much do swords weigh nowadays?
Like, well, if you go by raw, they're like 5 pounds, but if you go by real life, they're like, for a longsword, it's like 2 to 3 pounds.
Not too bad. Still not carrying 100 of those. How about, I think I could carry 50 swords, and that way we can have people try your product. Or, well, people can sell your product. If it sells well, they'll contact you again, and there'll be bigger deals in the future from there.
Well, how about this there? I lost the voice again. Fuck.
It happens.
I'm upset about it.
We'll live either way. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, how about this there, lad? We give you 2 swords. One for the Soul Lane, one for the Lunane. Keep in mind, these are higher quality.
Indeed. Well, do you have special carrying cases? Because presentation is everything. Something with a felt lining.
That I do. And he's going to bring out 2 swords. One of them is a longsword. The other one is a scimitar. Each has like their own like themed case. One like being very sun themed, like the base has like sun rays going up, and the other one has like moonbeams coming down. A yellow and red and a blue and silver color scheme respectively. But their cases are like, estimating sizes. About 3.5 feet long each by like a foot. Yeah. Oh, did we?
Uh-oh.
I think we lost Sean.
I think we've
Yeah.
lost a boy.
He's perplexed.
Yes, I see.
Oh, there.
Oh,
Hey,
welcome back,
you've
Sean.
returned.
We're gonna get all of Sean's dialogue at once now.
No. It's
Hey,
not. It's just, of course, as soon as we do something for Sylvyre, it's just nope. Internet cuts
Yeah.
out. Yeah, as soon as I clicked on notes, it just cut out. But yes, so 2 swords. You were going over the colorations and whatnot.
Yeah. Silver and blue and red and yellow, or red and gold respectively. Each case is about like 3 feet by like 1 foot by like 4 or 5 inches.
Mm-hmm.
They got immaculate like decoration on the side. Like they're beautiful, and he's gonna open it up and reveal just 2 of the most beautiful swords you have ever seen.
And when he opens them up, I still have prestidigitation to help make them sparkle.
Mm-hmm. They
Just
sparkle by themselves.
Excellent. They spark. I just a little bit of sprucing up to make them look even better.
Yeah.
So, this I can definitely do safely and securely.
All right, there, lad. But you deliver those. Come back here. 150 gold per.
That sounds fantastic. Excellent. I'll add that, and we'll get that all done at once, and it'll be a fantastic little deal. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful patron, and various other business pleasantries, etc., handshaking and the like.
Yeah. So just add Solane and Lunane swords to your inventory.
Got it. Also, I believe, let me double check, but I think I have a lock and whatnot, and if not, I'm definitely investing in
I know you have a wax seal.
wax. Yeah, no, that's not. I mean, that would prove if someone tampered with it. I've used that trick before. But no, then I might have to go out and see if he's got or see if he has a chain lock or chain manacle. Not manacle. Yeah, chain lock and key.
Reefus has manacles.
Yeah, this is the manacle.
Like suitcase.
Just pick up Reefus by the manacle. Like a suitcase.
Yeah, just
like
have
a
him
dog
hug,
with a harness.
Well, no, just have him hug the 2 boxes for the entirety of the trip.
Just happy to be helpful.
Exactly.
He'll do it too.
Oh yeah,
I
he
will.
Good.
He won't take advantage of that yet. But still, just a standard lock and key and chain then to make sure that these things stay together and secure.
Right. Rent it for you for 1 silver.
I'll take it. Yes, indeed. Anything for the safety of this cargo.
All right, so subtract and silver.
Got it.
Got it.
All right, then I'll be just heading on back, all pleased as punch, because more money, more fun, not problems.
How's the evening atmosphere at the castle?
It gets much more toned down. People begin to, like sit around, have some tea. The guards are still ever present. Blah blah blah.
Right. I'm gonna head out to the Radiant Scale.
Okay.
Gonna go make my way there and see Forrest.
You're gonna go see fours already. Are you bringing anyone with you, or just?
I'm heading out pretty much solo, but I'm not hiding.
Okay. So as you arrive at the Radiant Scales, you are greeted by fours who recognizes you at this point. Hello, welcome back to Radiant Scales. What can I offer you today?
Yeah, about like those slightly less expensive drinks you were talking about last time?
Yes.
How about one of those?
Absolutely. Are you looking for strong, sweet, smoky?
Strong.
Might I suggest this might I suggest this whiskey on rocks?
You got something a little bit more mixed.
Absolutely. Might I recommend vodka cranberry?
Alright, yeah, sure. Old time's sake, let's go.
Mike, can I interest you in a 12, 16, 20, 24 ounce drink today?
Did you have a special refill cup from this place?
No.
I did.
Oh no, you don't. You have the signature cup for the wing beat. That's right.
I did not bring it.
You could have saved money.
I did not catch that. Medium.
16 ounces. Can I interest you in purchasing a specialty cup?
I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, and he's just ding. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And yeah, if nothing else happens, I'm just gonna do the kind of fairly usual thing of hanging out and trying to see if there's interesting, fun conversation happening.
That's fair.
What is Reefus doing after dinner?
Oh, he's helping clean up.
That doesn't take you super long.
Oh, yeah. He's
There's
like
a
in the
whole
kitchen.
crew dedicated to this.
And I'm a part of them.
You're not
I
getting
guess
paid,
after-
though.
Oh, no, of course not.
Paid you in knowledge.
Absolutely. Overpaid me even. And I pay you back in appreciation. High five. Guidance.
I guess after that, just kind of look around to see if he can find, just see where his friends are.
But you'd see Aeseora presumably waiting.
Yeah.
Sylvyre doing Sylvyre things.
Not here.
Yeah, not there.
I guess, yeah, I'll just walk up to his door and be like,
Yeah, just you?
I think Maltor went. Did you say where you were going?
I didn't, but I mean,
Did you say we're going?
I was.
No.
I did not say where I was going. I just kind of headed out, but like I was plain sight. Anyone who's looking, like the guards would know, probably, like, in which direction.
Yeah, fair enough. I think Maltor went out. Not sure where Sylvyre went, but we do know at least some of Maltor's routine or general idea at this point. So if you wanted
Right.
to go find them, we could.
That's fair. I mean, we don't have anything really to do the rest of the day. Are we heading out tomorrow? Did we already decide that?
It's an option.
Yeah,
I don't
just-
think we had formally discussed it.
You did not.
It could have been discussed over dinner, but I forgot.
No, you're too busy
I was
listening
busy.
to all of the gossip about Rickon and Maltor.
Yep.
Which is just as good of a use of my time.
Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess we could. Yeah, you said it's like. So what are we going through to get this? I want to make sure I know where we're going and that we're prepped for it.
Like, to
do
get
you
to...
Yeah.
Well, you have to travel across all of the islands again.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to be traversing through a jungle.
Yep. Also is new to me. High five. I have a trespasser. So I guess Reefus would be. So
Rivers
like,
and jungles.
well, jungles. Have I even
He's
heard
not
of
used
one?
to that at all.
I
He's
mean,
been on
I
a
know
boat
Orhead.
forever.
I know Orhead travels, but like, have I even like been in one? Is it just? It looks like a forest on an island to me.
Yeah.
Are there sea
um,
kelp jungles?
Technically.
Technically, yes. But yeah,
Or
So-
you'd be primarily going through a jungle to hit Solane and Lunane. And then there's two primary buildings on the continent of Mythil. So
Okay. So
I guess technically
you-
three. But
hey, sorry, you've said you've traveled a lot. This jungle, what comes with that? Do I need anything? Should I be prepped for something?
Kurt, what do I know? I've been there.
yeah, you
I've
have.
been everywhere. What do I know?
You would know that there's many a plant. There's insects. There's rivers that house certain creatures. There's rivers that house fish. There's probably the most dangerous thing that you've encountered is a flesh-eating plant. There's super tall trees. It rains a lot. And there's the Solane and the Lunane that make that place their home.
You hear that, but in my character voice.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I think I could fit in somewhat decently. Maybe we should pick up some heavy traveling supplies or something. I don't know, it's all a little out of my depth. I'm kind of just following you guys on this one.
I think it shouldn't be too bad. I would expect we're taking mostly main roads there.
Okay, yeah. Checks out.
No.
No?
No.
I thought, were
did
you,
I
were you
just
lying to me to make me feel
lie?
better, or?
You just
Oh,
lied.
would I know better? I don't fucking
You would
know.
know better.
Oh, okay. Back roads. Yeah, that's what I said. I said back roads.
Okay,
Pretending
well,
there are roads.
Because if we refer to the continental map, the roads would be rivers.
Oh,
technically a
okay.
road to
But
me.
It's like it's still traveled. It's not like we're just fucking going.
Yeah, no, you're not just fucking going.
Okay, that was more the idea I was trying to get across. He said heavy travel stuff, and I was like, oh, no, we're not, like, climbing a mountain without a trail, or I don't fucking know. I don't go outside. We're not doing that. We're at least going through places that other people go through.
Have been through.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I think I might turn in a little early. You know, I gotta beat up by you live pretty rough. Are you doing anything, or
Actually, was meaning to ask you, when you did decide to sleep, if maybe you could do a favor for me?
Sure.
So, we've talked about this a little bit. Trying to figure out how to dream. And, what I was given when I won is supposed to help. I was wondering if you could try to help me also.
Well, I don't know if I'm the person you want to come to for that right now, but I can say from recent experience that you are in a bit of a pickle, aren't you? Feel like an unnatural
look at
dream.
the pickles in my bag from the note.
Are you gonna eat that?
Oh, yes.
Okay, just making sure. Hey, like good food, good waste. If unnaturally created dreams are typically a little more unpredictable, all over the place. You might go somewhere you weren't expecting to. I guess the question is, would you rather have a dream that isn't real or no dream at all?
I mean, if I could start with anything at all, that would be great.
All right, that's your decision. I'll do my best.
Thank you. Cool.
Okay.
I'll bullshit that, however.
We've gone over this every episode, and I'm sorry. Did we all have separate rooms, or like because I'm small, I was like splitting with somebody, or
You
you were splitting with
had
Aeseora.
mentioned previously.
Okay,
Yeah, you
perfect.
usually share one.
Okay. Have it. Sorry.
Oh, Maltor just
Yeah,
ended up
there's
sleeping.
There's 3 rooms.
Yeah,
Okay.
Maltor just ended up sleeping in Reefus's bed because that's who was there
The
first.
one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the first time we stayed at the Radiant Scale, I just crashed in your room.
Okay.
Because you were drunk.
I was
and
supposed
then
to
the
be
second
sharing
time-
with Silver.
Yeah.
Double
And then the
bad.
second time, you and Reefus went back first.
Yeah. And I was just kind of trying to look over.
Yeah.
And we were not asleep for long, just enough
No.
to be traumatized.
10
and
minutes.
10
Right.
whole
So-
minutes.
And since then,
fun.
though, have we had a long rest since that?
Nope.
Yeah, we've had one,
Well,
yeah, right?
Yeah.
No.
Well, technically yes, because you.
Oh,
Yeah, because we woke up this morning,
Like immediately after.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you had a long
Okay.
rest immediately after.
and you said I slept pretty well.
Yeah.
And then I got knocked unconscious.
Some shit
Things
went
happened.
down.
Things happened.
You got
So-
a new pair of bracelets.
You have to wear those every stream now. I hope you realize.
2 in a row. So I guess, yeah, Reefus would just recount all of that and just be like, that was the first good night's sleep I had in a while. But then I got rendered unconscious in the fight, and apparently something happened. Nobody's really explained to me, but I know it was bad. I understand I'm a little sheltered and naive, but I'm not blind. So maybe like it. And he's just like, you have the crazy high passive insight. He's clearly like putting you in Maltor's situation and does not want to repeat that. And it was just like, he's still very guilty about that. And so he's just sort of like, maybe it'd be best if I fell asleep first. And if everything tracks after that, I leave the rest up to you.
I won't actually have to be asleep.
Dreaming without sleeping.
Called drugs.
Jacob
It's a
thought,
potion.
yes.
This is fantasy.
This is high fantasy.
Literal high
ignoring,
fantasy.
Ignoring Jacob's session 0, which was not high fantasy.
It was high fantasy.
Yeah.
In the sea.
You went on a date.
I went on a
To
date. I went to
jail?
prison.
Make
I went to
fun of
court.
ocean.
I made fun of ocean regulations. It was great. Actually, it was literally the best day I've had. It's pretty much gone downhill from there.
Yay.
Oh.
All since you met us.
Ooh.
Reefus has yet to make that connection.
Oh,
Give
no.
him a couple days. So it's dreaming without sleeping. Dreaming, I guess. Isn't that just a hallucination? Drugs joke. That's all.
How's it different?
We don't know. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how a lot of things work. I don't know how your magic works. Is it possible that your elemental could separate from you before you do that, as sort of like a backup plan in case I get all, and kind of like gestures at his eye.
You mean for a fight?
I mean, for anything, extra set of hands.
He wouldn't be able to do that again today.
Okay. Well, tell you what. You've gotten us out of some pretty sticky jams already. I trust you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm just so I guess we get back to the room, and as now sort of part of the routine, the boomerang comes off, but he kind of like just corners it with whatever part of the bed is like in the corner. Just kind of make like a little shape there, and then curls up into that. As he does that, I do want to. So he's been really thinking about the rock breaking when he focused on it, and whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, or if he did that, or if, Entity Bob did that. And just a little bit, he's going to lay there and have his eyes closed and kind of slow his breathing some, but he's going to just focus on that spectral movement that he saw in the boomerang after the dream. Like, not really ignite it or anything, but just sort of, with his ranger magic, he knows how to boost people, buff people, give them stuff. So he knows how to kind of like, pardon the song reference, but reach out and touch me, kind of a deal. Like, he can feel that, and so he's going to try and do that. But yeah, it's very much a high five. It's but it's
Or a low five.
Or a low five, yeah. Essentially what's happening in his brain is the cliche from the alien and monster movies where you like put the hand up to the glass and you're just waiting for the other one. That's kind of what he's doing.
Gonna take the potion and cast detect magic.
Okay. So
I'm not asleep yet.
So we'll do
That's
it like
fine.
this. Aeseora, as you take the potion, I believe sleep is technically enchantment, question mark?
A few times I don't have it.
Here. It doesn't show up on the spell listing? Oh, enchantment, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you instantly like see your vision get flooded with just enchantment as the potion effects begin to take over. And what happens is, I forget what color enchantment is. We'll just say blue. Probably red. Probably. Let's go red. So as you, your vision like fills up with like the red and just like slowly fades into like puffy pink, as like pink clouds essentially. Is kind of all you can see. And you're greeted by a familiar sound as it is one that you recognize because you wrote it. And you just kind of like hear in a slightly disembodied voice that echoes throughout your head. I do love when you play me that song. And you find yourself laying down, your drum on top of a familiar a familiar person, almond eyes and dark skin, pointed ears, and eyes looking up at you lovingly. And as you look down upon her, you can see some slight differences. You see music notes like along, or in place of where her hands should be, and like I forget what it's called, the line bits.
A staff.
A staff. You see staff like extending from underneath her eyes.
Music notes where her hands should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And staffs underneath her eyes, and every little movement is like accompanied by a note of the song that is playing. And she looks up at you again and just goes, I'm really sorry.
It wasn't your fault, though.
But I never wanted you to feel alone. Not again.
You.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm displeased. But you're not really gone, right?
Well, I'm still here, right? And she just gently touches like over your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Microphone.
But, yeah, it's fine. That's not what I mean. You can tell the difference.
I don't know how to say it. Like I am, but I'm not. Like I can't be with you right now. But hey, and she just like kind of like floats up and is laying down and facing you, and just gently takes your head in her hands like that, you know, and just gives you a very gentle kiss on the forehead. You learned how to dream.
You'll have to keep teaching me?
I'll teach you anytime. Let's see, casually looking at notes again, don't mind me.
It's fine. Did you fix it? Was it better this time?
And she just gives you kind of a sad look and bites her lips a little bit. Something you've seen a million times whenever she gets like upset or has some bad news. I tried.
What? Can I fix it? We, not I. Sorry.
I think you can. And hey, I know I'm not as good as you at it, but made you this for when I got to see you again. And she just like hands you a little slip of paper that has the same notes that match her hand for the drum. I don't know what those would look like.
That's fine.
But for you to know, because you know this stuff, it's one of those ones that, like, depending on if you played in major versus minor, sounds incredibly happy and like romantic, or like sad and heartbreaking. Yeah. Just hoping maybe you could play it and think of me.
Every day.
Kind of cut out, I'm sorry.
Just trying to say the words every day. My microphone hates me.
Okay.
Can you tell me what that name was? That you were trying to help?
And as you ask that question, the dreamscape begins to kind of like fall apart and shake.
No.
And the music that was accompanying kind of like begins to break and literally start to like visualizes, and it starts to break and fall, and like things are shattering around you. And as she like sees this happening, she leans in and like tries to whisper the name to you, but all that comes out is a series of music notes. And you see her just visibly like begin to cry like little notes, and she goes in for like to kiss you on the lips, and it fades away right as it does, or right as it happens, just before she makes contact, and you're woken up.
I don't know how long it's been in real time, or if Reefus is awake or asleep or noticing anything.
Reefus would probably be asleep by now, because this
Okay.
puts you into a trance, like an actual like your trance
Okay.
that you do.
I didn't know. Okay. I'm gonna go into my bag and look at my little piece of paper and see if anything new is there.
The notes that she gave you,
Yeah.
in the dream have been added. If that's what you're
Is
referring to.
it like a continuation or something
Yes,
different?
Yeah, it's a continuation.
Okay.
And you know, music theory wise, like a couple of the notes are incorrect because, you know, or like just awkward, but you know.
Not for any reason other than she wasn't a professional.
Yeah, she wasn't a musician.
Okay. That doesn't have some extra meaning behind it.
No.
Okay.
It's just more of like a one-to-one connection of, you know, she wrote this.
Yeah.
Fucking hold on. You would see trying to think. You would see a couple of like the notes that seem weird. It's like a C note, a crooked E note, an A note, and then a partially broken B. And the C note is one that the first C note also is one that has an extra line in it for some reason.
Like cross?
No, vertically.
Like sense? I'm asking that because you're speaking it out loud instead of drawing it.
Yeah, I will just draw it.
Okay.
Give me like 2 seconds. I have no idea how much sense that makes, but
Can you
I can send you a
just
picture
draw
of it.
all 4 for me? Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's see. Like I said, this is probably not going to be accurate.
That's fine. That's okay. I'll get the idea. What colors was I seeing? Was it like the dream in normal vision colors?
Yeah. It was as if she was there with you.
Okay. So.
Okay, I don't know how well this is going to show up, but.
Yeah, if you could send me a picture of that.
Okay.
So I detect magic didn't do shit.
No.
Okay. But okay. I'm just gonna start writing in my journal.
Okay. Maltor, you had a question?
Oh no, I was just wondering if Aeseora was like still just standing there the whole time, or if she fell over, I guess.
I guess I would have
you can
sat down when
flavor
I
that.
took the potion.
Yeah, it's like I guess you can flavor that because you're in a trance.
That was the only reason why I was like.
Question mark?
Well, when Reefus laid down and closed his eyes, I would have like gotten ready and like at least sat down, if not laid down.
Sorry. Okay. Reefus, you said you were attempting to. You're doing the hand scene from horror movies and alien movies.
Yeah, but it's like just kind of when it first happened was right after I woke up, and I was so busy like checking on Maltor and processing what had happened. I kind of like clocked the spectral tentacle things, and never really kind of purposely put that out of my mind. And just out of sheer curiosity or whimsy or whatever drives Reefus in these kind of moments, that's just sort of like a quick. Last time I tried to do this, I broke a rock. I broke a very important rock. So I'm going to do this with just a little bit now. Just kind of reach out and be like, yeah, he's confident he's not going to break the boomerang.
Yeah, so as you are reaching out and like putting a little bit of concentration into it, you merely see like the markings on like appear mentally on your body, and you see leg cuffs appear on you of the same color in your mind. And with the amount of focus that you put into it, that's about all that you're getting.
Do I feel restricted, or are they just
feel them?
Is my patron accessorizing me?
Take it as you will.
Column A, column B.
Yeah.
All right. I'll push that focus a little more.
Okay.
It's like when you're starting to fall asleep, but you kind of recognize you're dreaming, and you're like, nope, I'm going to let that happen.
Okay. You see, like, metaphorically speaking, here's the hand on the glass, right? You just kind of see this from behind you. And all you really hear is in the voice of Entity Bob. Now, Reefus, I thought you accepted me. And immediately after, immediately after stating that, the hand goes away.
Can I reach back and grab it?
You can, you like attempt to move your hand, but it almost, metaphorically speaking, it almost feels as if your hand is like glued to the glass.
Shackled, you could say.
And if you like continue to push it, concentrate on it further, it's as if you're pushing against just in a mountain. Like you're pushing against a mountain in terms of how much it just doesn't move.
Would I be able to? I know this hand's like, I'm sticking with this metaphor. It's almost literal now. Would I have the other hand able to reach back and try to just grab a hold of it?
You can try.
I will try.
Okay. So as you reach back and like try and grab it, it just kind of like filters through your grip, and you're met with like this deep crushing cold of a feeling as your hand goes through it.
But I didn't actually touch it.
No, your hand went through it as you try and grabbed it, or attempted to grab it.
Okay, so when this thing was talking to me during our first fight, it was telling me to get something. It was telling me to look for something. But it hasn't really said that in a while. Is that like a completely different priority? Is that, I mean, obviously, I'm not like giving me the answers to everything, but basically, has he been telling me the same thing this whole time, or is he like
it's pretty much
shifted?
Accept me and look for the reason.
Okay. And then the last question is, even though I reached out and went through him, do I still, I don't know how to describe this. Basically, you know when somebody's standing behind you and you can kind of feel them there.
Mm-hmm.
Is there still that sense of like,
yes,
it's in the room? I'm going to try and grab him using one of the tentacles. I'm going to put all my focus into that. Kind of like extending myself through one of them.
Okay, so
I have no idea if that'll work, but that's what I'm going to try.
As you begin to attempt that, the tentacle with which you are like trying to, push yourself through, just kind of like slinks back and then suddenly like wraps itself around your face and just pulls you straight down. And
I don't fight it.
With that, you actually do wake up. Maltor, you have just been drinking this whole time?
I was not going overly heavy-handed this time around.
Okay, just like a couple drinks for courage kind of a thing. Okay. Are you going to attune with the coin? Like head to bed and attune with the coin? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, after a couple of drinks, I am heading back and then just...
Right. Subtract...
Fine.
Subtract 1 gold, 5 silver from your...
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. Gotta pay for your drinks, I'm sorry.
No.